So you've now had a look at some of the attitudes and skills that are used by supervisors. At this point in the course, I'd like to introduce my colleague Ian. Ian will be joining us for some of the scenarios that will be in other sections of the course. But in our professional life, both Ian and I have been supervisors, and we have received supervision from other people. So we thought we'd share with you some of our actual experiences of supervision. So Ian, what kind of skills and attitudes and characteristics have you come across in good supervisors?
Thanks, Irene. Yes, I mean, I've been supervised by a number of different people over the years, and I think, well, some of it's the obvious things you might say, but you do want someone who is kind of friendly and interested. They would usually be your manager, some form of manager. So you're also reporting to your manager in one sense, but it's much more than that. Hopefully they're asking you how you're feeling, how you're getting on, and so I think that people who listen well and who seem genuinely interested, are some of the people that come to mind. And of course, you're sometimes bringing up kind of difficult issues or challenges you face. So you also do want someone who's pretty experienced, ideally, who can actually come up with some helpful ideas. So I think I've had those experiences, and while supervision is not always wonderful, it's most of the time it's helpful. It's useful to you.
That's good.
What about yourself?
Well, when I think of supervision, some of the supervisors that I have had have been good listeners, I would say. I would agree with you. People who are genuinely interested in the work that you're doing. People, I think, that you can get a sense of support from, that you can go to this person with something that maybe you wouldn't tell other people, but you would tell the supervisor, so that you might feel as if someone else heard that, it would be a weakness in you, but your supervisor doesn't look on it as a weakness. They don't judge you for that kind of thing. So I think some of the best supervisors, and also I would say that bit about being pushed, about having a supervisor saying, well, how's about doing something a bit more, or have you thought of something from this different kind of perspective? And it gives you a different way to look at some really difficult cases. Yeah.
Actually, you saying that about being pushed reminds me of one memorable piece of supervision where I got kind of surprising feedback, if you like. It was a little bit critical for me, saying that I was being a bit impatient with some of my staff. They thought I was really patient with the children we were looking after, but I was a bit impatient with the staff, and this took me aback. I mean, I thought I was doing okay, and it was a kind of a criticism, but it certainly made me think. And although I might have been a little bit defensive when this person gave me that feedback, I came to think, that's a very valid point. I should think about that. So even though I was a little bit upset to be criticised, if you like, in that area, because I didn't think I was like that. It was useful. It was useful feedback.
Okay, so that's some of our experiences of supervision.